Hi, hashtag 78 days, Lisa here, and it is day 4, the Empress. So, you know, um, people talk about the Empress in terms of nature and sensuality and the mother and creation and that sense of deep, nurturing things coming to fruition. You know, the after the Fool, you've got these 4 cards, that square off in the dualism that the tarot is full of. You've got the Magician and the High Priestess. You've got the Empress and the Emperor. Um, and then you've got the Hierophant. For me, the Empress and its relationship to the High Priestess has been something that I feel like I haven't really dived into fully. But right now, particularly where I was with thinking about the High Priestess yesterday, right now I am thinking about the ways in which the High Priestess is about my ability to just allow myself to be part of the watery depths of life, of mystery, of the mystery that's accessible through delving deeply inside myself, but also opening myself up, making myself vulnerable to the whole world. Then the Empress activates a kind of trust, a trust in the ways in which that delving into the watery depths of sacred and profane mystery begins with the ways that we're literally anchored every step of the way on the earth. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful fructating, fruiting, emergently gorgeous life of ours, molecule by molecule, green thing, living thing by green thing, living thing. I mean, this is the Empress as it appears in Julia Turk's Navigators Tarot of the Mystic Sea, which is a deck that I don't know very well. I acquired about, 3 months ago, but I didn't get the book, and then it took me a while to get the book. And I mean, it's a little bit of an intimidating deck, but just deeply, deeply, deeply gorgeous. It's intimidating because, each card is just chock-a-block full of imagery. So Turk talks about the Empress in terms of conception. Let me just read a tiny bit from what she says. In the Navigator's Tarot, the Empress represents the basic ebb and flow of pulsating nature. There is a deep desire within you to return to nature, to the enthrallment of the senses when time ceases and both reason and emotion are cast aside. Within your mind, you conceive and incubate the unborn egg of your potential and watch over it vigilantly. That idea of conception and incubation and patience, it's sort of the idea that comes back in the Seven of Pentacles, as many decks understand that card. What does it mean to trust in the unfold? My husband calls this the unfoldingness thereof. What does it mean to trust in the unfolding of things, of the ways in which we are every step of the way, just because we are, if only because we are completely anchored and grounded in this world? What does it mean to really trust in that? It's like trusting in breath. Like I breathe in and I breathe out. I remember a meditation teacher giving an instruction once to, as a way to find your breath and to start finding yourself flowing in that pulsating ebb and flow of breath, of life, of the current of life. And he's saying, okay, hold your breath. At a certain point, the impulse to breathe will be born in you. Finding that way in which our own life is elicited by the world, like our breath, like is elicited by the world. And of course, you know, etymologically, the word spirit comes from the Latin to breathe. I mean, this is all deep shit, guys. This is some deep shit. Okay. Within your mind, you conceive and incubate the unborn egg of your potential and watch over it vigilantly. You may have gone through many different experiences recently which have left you confused. Yes, indeed. As trailing vines obscure the forest path and leave you directionless. That's the thing about life and trusting in life. Life is rich and abundant and full of entanglements and trailing vines. And what at the moment that we encounter them just feel like these like false leads. And it's all part of it, right? It's all part of it. It is time, she writes, to let go of motivation and enjoy the dance. And in the deep background here, I can't see it as I'm trying to show it to you. If you see these dancers, these are like the dancers of life. She talks about Shakti and Shiva in this card too. I mean, this is just everything has imagery in here. I'll talk about a couple of the things, but not much because it's just too much to go into. Your inner self will lead you on the right trail when the time comes. Remember the genie and the lovers, for you are capable of great ingenuity, which, when put to use in your life, creates wonderful design. She's talking about her other the card, the lovers. The egg that you carry within you must be guarded from harm, for it is all too easy to wound and destroy that which is beautiful. And, you know, just to take a peek at this, you know, if nothing else, the richness of Julia Turk's cards, they're just beautiful. So one of the things that she points out about this card, we're being joined by doggies. Hey, Sylvie. One of the things about this card is that the red pointed hat points, the cap that the Empress is wearing points to Venus. And she talks about how Venus is like the false light. It rises. It rises before. Does it rise before the sun? You know, I should know all this stuff, but I don't know this stuff. What is the thing that she says about Venus? Yeah, it rises before. Yeah. It's a morning star, right? It rises before the light of the sun. And she talks about the ways in which that false, you know, in which delusion nonetheless can lead us to truth. What I would want to say about this card is that, you know, there is no, it's all a gate, right? It's all a Dharma gate. It's all an opening. It's only delusion from this very limited perspective. And so, to me, I mean, the Empress, the mother, the fertile, creative, archetypal feminine force. This is also Kuan Yin. You know, this is the Bodhisattva of compassion. You know, the compassion that is born of knowing that what will feel like failure and delusion and false start and just entangling, confusing vine is really the path. So can we trust in that? Thank you for your practice.